Hi, my name is Jacob McKinney here with Universal Hyundai, and we wanted to show you the brand new 2020 Hyundai Palisade. So this is Hyundai's first full-size SUV, so this is a 3-row SUV here. As you can see, it's very bold. It's following the design that we set back with the 2018 Kona with that split headlight design here. It is going to come with a lot of great features, including here, you have a 3.8 liter V6 engine making 291 horsepower. That is GDI, so that's going to be our gasoline direct inject. So it's going to spray that gasoline into each individual cylinder here, so you still get that great fuel economy and not waste that widespread fuel. It's going to be on our fluid motor mount system as always. That's going to allow this engine to fall down in the event of a front-end collision instead of up into the compartments here. You have a timing chain instead of a timing belt that's going to last 250,000 miles, and special coated spark plugs that are rated up to 105,000 miles. You have easy top-off fluids, electronic power steering as well, so it's one last thing to replace, as well as it's going to adapt on how you drive. Below 5 miles an hour, it's going to make the steering wheel feel very loose, so you're able to kind of whip it into parking spaces easier. When you speed up, it's going to tighten up and give you that performance that you're looking for. You also have your world's easiest change air filter. Just pop it right back in, and you're good to go. And of course, with every Hyundai, you get high-strength steel throughout the whole car. So we are the 4th largest manufacturer of steel in the world. So we put a lot of steel into our cars versus our competitors because we don't have to pay those middlemen. So you're gonna notice everything is very, very solid when you close it. So down the side here, you're gonna notice the giant 20-inch rims here, kind of give it a nice little styling here, as well as little styling cues like the LED turn signals on the side here. As well as on this side mirror here, you're gonna have a blind view camera here. So that's gonna allow you, when you put your turn signal on, it's gonna look here for you to show you your blind spot in the digital cluster that we'll show you later. It's also going to come with our blind spot detection system, which gives you a couple extra safety features. It's going to tell you when someone's within the rear of on your side on 20 feet. So if you try and move over, it'll actually even press the brakes on the opposite side here to keep you in your lanes if you don't listen and it tries to pull you over. Now you're also going to have the rear cross traffic that's going to look 65 feet right and left when you do have the car in reverse to tell you for oncoming traffic from the side, as well as when you put your turn signal on, it looks 230 feet back for rapidly approaching vehicles to let you know it's actually not safe for you to move over. As well as an additional feature is what we call our safe exit assist. So that's going to notice if a vehicle's coming from the side here and one of the kids try and get out, anybody tries to get out from that rear door, it is going to lock the doors on them so that they don't open and get the door taken off with them. As well as you're going to have our lane keep assist. So that's going to come with a couple different modes to help keep you within your lines. So that's going to look forward, make sure you're staying within your lines, as well as your forward collision. So this is going to help stop the vehicle in case of an accident. It's going to help bring the vehicle to a stop for you, as well as your smart cruise control. So not only with cruise control can you set a speed, you can also set a distance. So if somebody in front of you slows down, it'll slow you down to keep you that same distance here. You are going to have keyless entry, push button start, of course, tubular steel door beams down the side for extra rigidity. And now I'll go ahead and show you the inside. The new interior of the 2020 Palisade. As you're going to see, we have our Harman Kardon sound system here, as well as our integrated memory seats. So you have 2 different positions. So if you share the car with anybody, you are now going to be able to have a seat 1 and a seat 2. So if you switch back and forth, you're able to get back into your settings without sitting here and tweaking with it all day trying to get yourself acquainted again. You are going to have our new shift by wire here. So it's going to not be a traditional shifter anymore. It's going to be the individual buttons to kind of put you back into your drive modes. You are going to have a dial drive mode select here, so you can switch your modes here. So you're going to have your normal, your eco, your comfort, your sport, and your smart here. So it's going to, smart's actually going to adapt to how you're currently driving. So if you do start to gun on the accelerator, it is going to put you in sport mode. If you start to act a little more economically, it's going to put you in eco mode. Now you're also going to have our 12.3-inch display here with your built-in navigation, AM, FM, XM radio. You're going to have heated and ventilated seats on the front row here, as well as in the second row do have heated and ventilated seats. You're going to have a nice little storage area here inside with your wireless charging here, and actually flip to open cup holders as well. You do have a little purse storage down here as well with an additional 12 volt on this side. Dual climate on both sides, so if you and your front passengers have a preference for different temperatures, you can absolutely set that so you can make sure everybody's as comfortable as possible. You are going to have a sunroof up here, as well as our home link. So this is going to be what integrates with our Blue Link, which is going to be our telematic service that's going to allow you to remote start the car, set the temperature, run vehicle diagnostic reports, and that's going to be free to you for 3 years. So Hyundai does give you that. You're also going to have another storage area here with an additional 12 volt and an additional USB here for any additional storage. Of course, your glove compartment and this nice little extra wood trim here that brings into this gloss black that paints all around here. You're also going to notice here, it'll actually tell you if everybody has their seat belt buckled. So if it senses somebody in the car who's sitting in a seat and they don't have their seat buckled, it is going to give you the little red light here to let you know which one isn't in it. So you can always make sure that everybody's buckled. So this is also our driver talk intercom here. So you're going to notice my voice is very faint right now. I did leave my microphone in the back. So that way when I hit talk now it's going to project my voice to the rear speakers, so I'm not having to shout, anything like that. People can just hear me normally talking in the back seat, so I'm not having to say, hey, stop kicking back there. Very easy to talk to the people in the rear. So on the back here, you are going to have your heated and ventilated seats, as well as the rear gets their own independent climate. So they actually have the controls right here to make sure that they're not bugging you all the time on, hey, cool it down, I'm hot, everything like that. You can make sure that they can take care of themselves. You're also going to notice here you have USB ports built into these front two seats here, as well as a little mesh pocket. So if they want to put their phone here, connect it, leave it to charge, they're absolutely free to do so. In the back here, you have an additional 12 volt, as well as an AC 115 volt, so actual wall socket plug-in. So if you have any equipment that you want to plug in there, they can make sure you have all different types of accessories. Now the back here is, these seats are not the leather, so they're very, very comfortable. You got the recline features here. This is the captain's chairs. They can go back, forth, closer, not. They do have a quick stowaway button here. So if the rear passenger wants to make it a little easier for them to get out, they have a button here, they have a button on the side, and they actually have a little pull cord here. So they got a couple different ways to move this chair if they want to make sure that they can get back here. Now in the third row, very easy to get back. I'm 6 foot myself, it's very easy to get back here. You do have additional USB ports here, so everybody can make sure that they are plugged in. You do have these nice folded section here, so you're able to recline the seats back as well. It is powered, so these can come fully down in the back here, so you can make sure you're as comfortable as possible. Of course, cup holders in the rear, so everybody can make sure they have a nice little drink. You do have your rear sunshades here as well, so especially here in Florida, that's really great to have. You can make sure that you're protected from that, as well as an additional sunroof back here. This also right here is going to be an ultrasonic sensor that's going to notice if you leave something in the back. So if you have the kids in the back, you left a bag in the back, when you shut the car off, it's going to tell you, hey, remember to check the back seats, so you can make sure that you're good. So this is the rear of the Palisade. Of course, in the back, it says nice and bold, the Palisade here, so everybody knows you're driving our new latest and greatest car. On the Limited, it is going to be a power liftgate here as well. That is adjustable. So let's say your garage is a little too short for this to open all the way. You can actually set the height here. You just have to press and hold this button, wait for the beep, and now it'll do it here. You do have your folding buttons here. So this back is power. The second row is passive. So if you like, you can drop that down, drop the third row down, and now you have all this extended cargo space here for those really large items that you need to get in here. As well as you're going to have additional storage down here, so you are going to have your jack, your tools, your spare tires actually located up underneath the vehicle to give you as much cargo space as possible. You do have the additional cargo covers that can come up here and pull back when you have this third row down if you want to protect something, if it's valuable, anything like that. You don't want people to see it, or you don't want it to get burned in the sun here. You are going to have, you see here, this little hook here. This is going to attach to this back row here when you want. That way, if you need to get stuff out of here, you don't have to sit here and hold this up and fumble around with your equipment here. You can just hook this up, so it's a little easier for you to get the stuff in and out. So that is our 2020 Palisade. If you want to know more information, always feel free to ask me or contact our BDC here at Universal Hyundai for more information. Hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe this video, and enjoy the new 2020 Palisade.